We are here at the Baltic Real Estate Leaders Forum here in Riga. And I'm here with Kestutys Sasnauskas, who just participated in a panel debate about investment in real estate in the area. Kestutys Sasnauskas is the CEO at Eastnine. Hello, nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm very glad to be here.
There's one thing that you mentioned on the stage in the panel debate, that the biggest challenge today is actually this uncertainty where we are living in. Can you a little bit specify?
Well, I think it's really difficult to navigate today in this environment. We have a war in our neighboring region. We have rising inflation. We have energy crisis. We have a period, a very long period with very low interest rates that actually, created a make-believe market environment too artificial and too good for certain businesses that probably shouldn't survive. The implications of all of these changes that this changing environment will cause are very difficult to predict. So I think it's really very difficult time to navigate, just because there's so many so big factors that could affect very quickly certain areas. So this is why I feel it's the biggest challenge.
Yeah. Taking into account all those things that you mentioned and described, so what actually are building up the scene for today's market, what's Eastnine's outlook for the region in the closest period?
Look, in general, I was and I'm still very positive about the Baltics. And the reason why we entered Poland is a bit different. It doesn't mean that we consider Baltics not being attractive. I think Baltics have grown over the years much faster than the Nordics. There is a kind of natural convergence process going on. And actually, just recently, we were in a very exciting we reached a very exciting level, both in terms of GDP per capita and so on, that actually those markets can evolve in a much more interesting way. So all in all, Baltics is a very exciting place. But these are small markets, and they're very much dependent now on how Europe develops, how the economy in Europe develops. But despite that, I think there's a great opportunity. And I actually think that there are a couple of very important trends, like nearshoring that will take place. Production will probably be moved closer to the end users. So probably the Eastern European markets will be benefiting from it. We will see even services probably nearshored much more. We have a post-pandemic development where you can actually work from home, but you can actually work at a distance. That means that actually Baltics can grab that part of the pie of work for the Nordics, for instance, to be conducted here. So we are in a very turbulent time, but at the same time, there are very good opportunities, which I hope we will not miss.
Yeah. Also, one of the thoughts that was said on the stage is that one of the reasons why some of Baltic capital companies are looking for investment projects in Central and Eastern Europe is a lack of attractive projects and lack of attractive investment projects here. Do you share similar thoughts?
Well, this is one of the reasons why we left Baltics for Poland. It's just that we couldn't find enough of the volume of the office that we would like to acquire and build our business on. We're not a fund, so we are a company that builds a very long-term position in every single market where we enter. And today in Lithuania, we have a very strong position with approximately 12% market share. And it's, we will grow that position, but we cannot grow it indefinitely, and definitely not within the ambitions that we want. So we went to Riga. We try to build this position in Riga, but at the same time, we also saw a fantastic opportunity in Poland. So this is how we sort of evolve and build. And of course, should there be 2-3 times more opportunities here, we would do it. But at that point of time, when we made that decision, they weren't. Maybe they will appear now when the markets change.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing you're saying, to some extent, it could be that Baltic capital companies have outgrown the region and are looking for something else.
Definitely, there is much more capital. But if you look on us as a company, I mean, we are quite big in the Baltic perspective, but we are very tiny in Stockholm. So if you look in the Nordic perspective, if you look in the sort of European perspective, we are a tiny company. If you look in the Baltics, yes, we are big.
Yeah, well, but once again, coming back to those attractive projects. Earlier in the morning, Mayor of Riga stated that his aim or his goal is to attract more than 1 billion investment in real estate projects in Riga within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So maybe what could be those things what the municipalities in Baltics actually needed to do in order to be more attractive? If you're also looking at this.
I think it's not only municipality. It's also, you know, it's the whole country that has to decide about the direction, ambition, what do you want to achieve, and it's not only that municipality wants to do something. I guess if the legislative part of the country would not follow, it will not happen simply. So you really need to unite the forces. You really need to become an even more attractive place, both to live but also to work, and also in terms of creating business. Riga has to find its own way, probably, how to evolve, because I don't believe that you can copy somebody. I don't believe that copying Lithuania is the best model. Riga has to find its own way, of course you can share the knowledge and so on. And I think both these markets should join forces rather than compete with each other to attract more foreign investment companies and so on. I mean, just look at a very simple thing. I mean, we have the same tenants in Riga as we have in Poland. So we have the same company leasing premises with us. And this is a very common situation all across Eastern Europe. So this market is more common than competitive and uncommon. So from that perspective, even within Poland, companies try to find the multiple locations. So, and the Baltics are small. We have to realize we've done a lot in the Baltics in terms of transparency, in terms of ease of doing business, but the size of the market itself. Countries are small, there's few people, and you need to unite and build something together, I think.
Yeah, and once again, you already mentioned that you see in Baltics quite big opportunities in order to invest, but also thinking about this investment going to other countries in Europe. What's Eastnine's planned portfolio split among Baltics and other countries?
We haven't set a very concrete split of the plan. I think when we think of our portfolio, our business, we want to be a leading player in every single sub-market that we enter. So if we enter Vilnius market, we want to be leading in office and provide the best service, the best office solutions, the best quality, and this is what we aim for. To do that, you need volume. We need to have at least 100,000 square meters in each sub-market today at today's market. Maybe when they grow, we need to be bigger. But that's to be able to cope with tenants that grow, tenants that shrink, and tenants that need to move and change their business and so on. So you really need to have volume in your premises to be able to work out solutions for them. So this is our thinking, and when we enter Poland, I mean, we enter Poznan market, and we see the same opportunity as we see in Riga. So we will build our position there, and then we'll see where it will lead.
Okay, well, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, and let's meet in other discussions.